This was the result of you chipping with it's either your gap wedge or pitching wedge, I believe. And I suggest that we experiment with other club choices. And what we did with next on this short grass as this fringe cut is we went with the putter, and let's see what that did.
It'll be gone. The grass grabs it.
And on this particular day, you did do better with the putter. So the putter is always something to consider when your ball is in the short grass. The second thing we talked about was your technique in hitting your chip, and particularly at the beginning it was how I adjusted your setup. The most important first fundamental all players need to learn in order to improve their chipping and pitching is to hit the ball on the downswing and not the upswing. Your club is going to swing on an arc. As the club swings toward the ball, it is going to be going down, then reach its lowest point, and then swing up. In order to hit the ball on the downswing, you must place the low point of your arc in front of the ball. The red circle shows where the ball was, and the blue arrow shows the low point of the swing. Think of your swing as a giant hula hoop, and where the hoop is touching the ground is the low point. That point must be in front of the ball. In order to position the low point in front of the ball, the pros set up to the ball before they chip or pitch differently than any other shot they have in golf. This is Jim Furyk, seen from behind and face on. He has his feet very close together, closer than he would have his feet for any other shot he would have in golf. In order to put the low point of his swing in front of the ball, he must put the majority of his body and weight in front of the ball. This is best accomplished with the feet together. This allows him to comfortably put more weight on his front foot, which moves the center of his body mass in front of the ball and the low point of his swing arc in front of the ball. Jim also positions his hands in front of the ball at the setup, which leans the shaft towards the target. The blue line is the shaft of the club, and the red arrow shows the position of his hands. This also helps position the low point of the arc in front of the ball and promotes a downward strike on the ball during impact. All pros demonstrate these same important setup fundamentals of the chip and pitch. On the left is Rory McIlroy, on the right is Matt Kuchar. Feet close together, hands in front of the ball. Another important fundamental of a good setup is to have the arms extended without a bend in the left elbow. This creates a constant radius of the swing arc, so the arc doesn't change its measurement from the ground. Annika Sorensen on the left, Tiger Woods on the right, feet close together, hands in front of the ball, weight forward and arms extended. Jordan Spieth on the left, Luke Donald on the right. All pros demonstrate these same important fundamentals. Feet close together, weight on left side, hands in front of the ball, arms extended. Your stance was a little too wide. I do like the fact that you have your shaft leaning, your hands are in front of the golf ball, but you had your weight evenly balanced between your feet. And the other thing is that you set up with a bent left elbow, and so I wanted you to have a little bit more extension. And so we made some adjustments in your chipping and pitching setup.
The rehearsal, so you have a nice extension in both elbows. Elbows are close to each other, and I want more lean on the left side. Just exaggerate it. Get uncomfortably left.
Now that feels crisp.
If you get you've got to hit these shots on the downswing. The only way to do that is put the low point in front of the ball. Very clean. I still want you to be more narrow than that. Now, think about your left shoulder leaning. There you go. Exaggerate it.
I like that.
So right now, what seems natural to me is going to feel like a huge exaggeration to you. So you've got to retrain yourself by using your attention on these exaggeration feelings. Those are all clean because you don't have an athletic problem. You have a geometry problem.
Oh.
All of those are really good. Go in the hole.
On the right was your setup after we made the change, much better. You can see how your shoulders are much more to the front foot, and your left arm is much more extended. Very good.
And I'm gonna use what you've just told me.
Okay.
Now,
And I would want you to use the same technique you did on the other shot. I want that low point to be in front of the ball. So you hit it on the downswing. Not too bad.
I was more interested in what I was doing than where I was going.
That's where we're not playing golf right now. We're working golf.
I like that one. I like the way it felt.
Yep. You get good height on your gap wedge.
Yes, that's good.
Much cleaner. All right, let's hit a couple. I want you to have a really exaggerated setup left. Do a couple rehearsal swings. I want you to really lean left on this. Really get your feet close together. I want you to don't hit the ball in these first few. I want you to do a couple rehearsals and really feel yourself hit down into that ground. I want a heavy brush of the ground. There you go. So you just want to stay left and hit down. There you go.
That's what I've been trying to do. Just
your low point wasn't in front of the golf ball.
right.
So where you make contact in this arc is everything. You were making contact with the ball at the wrong section of the arc.
I can't hear him.
So you've got to hit it on the downswing. And the only way to do that is to stay left, hands left, weight left. All right, hinge and hold. Good. Look how high that went. You did.
That's what we're trying to do right there.
Oh, that's sweet.
I love it.
Oh, look how that shot. That's awesome.